My name is Selena and welcome to my channel. If you haven't seen my welcome video, I'm going to go ahead and do a Baldur's Gate 3 run. Now, as you know, or as you probably have seen, there are a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 runs that have actually been around for about 2 years. So I'm a little late to the party. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm not into a whole lot of strategy. I will show you some things, but not as much as what a gamer would do, okay? But we're gonna get through this together. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna, I'm gonna show you everything. I'm gonna show you what I know, and we're gonna go from there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna show the mods that I'm doing. In my welcome, I went ahead and showed you that I was gonna do some aesthetic mods. These are all the aesthetic mods that I have. There are a lot of die packs and faces. And then we have hair as well. Some little silly fixes. And as you can see, I'm kind of going a little fast. I just want to make sure that you guys are seeing them and that you're making sure that I am not being silly and doing anything nefarious. Okay, as you can see, one nefarious. All right, weightless gold. Okay, it's exactly what it says. All right. It's just, it's my guilty. All right. Okay, ready for this new game? I am. Let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with balance because Explorer is just way too easy. Explorer just gives you actually extra hit points and makes the battles easier, and I'm not about that. We've done that way too many times. So here we go. My God, I didn't even notice how bad his toenails were before. I didn't realize I had claws. His nails disgust me. They're so nasty. I don't like nails like that, especially now that he's putting them in whatever that liquid is with those little nasty things. I hate creepy crawly things. I hate worms. I used to not care about like fishing and stuff, but now, probably after seeing this for 1,000 times and having to watch this do this, I think I have a different perspective on, on worms. No, thank you. No, seriously, no, thank you. I was having a discussion on why he has to bare his little teeth when he's just sliding in. You think it's for drilling. Okay, so here we go to the nice things that I do best. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move myself because I know that I am in your way. So here we go. As you can see, you can actually be an origin character if you like. I don't do that. I have not done that before, but you can do it. Okay, you can also do the custom. Okay, these are all the races that you can be. There are mods that you can do different races, additional ones, but these are all the basic ones that you get. Um, I'm elves a lot. And you know what? I am completely okay with that. Because why? Weapons, they do it all. And then high elves, benefit, boom, baby, cantrip. Free cantrip. You know what? And when you're a caster, a free cantrip is a really beneficial thing. When you're in a pickle and you don't have a whole lot of spells left, you have one cantrip, and that's the one you need, 1 to 10, it'll get you in, it'll get you out of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stay an elf because I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be a caster. And we're gonna go ahead, let's see. I'm gonna go with a warlock. Warlocks are pretty cantrip heavy. Um, they rely actually a lot on their cantrips. This is one of their most used is the Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna get rid of that. And I'm adding this because this is actually one of my favorite ones. I'm not doing that one. We're gonna go with the great old one because I love dissonant whispers. It's just fun. I'm getting rid of that. We're getting rid of that, and we're adding Hellish Ruby. That's a nice little one. That's a nice reaction. I really like that one. It helps you out. Acolyte, you're a warlock. You're not in service to any temple. You're not sitting there and you're not curious and well read. So you don't need to be sages or acolytes or anything like that. But this is your background. You can be whatever you want to be. And as you can see, it has different skills. And over here on this side, you can see all the different skills that you have when it comes on top of skills that it gives you. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be a noble. I like the skills of history and a little persuasion. This actually gives me history, perception, deception, intimidation, and persuasion. I consider that pretty well rounded. And then, of course, if you notice, all of these weapons are at my disposal. Armor, only light armor, I'm okay with that. I'm a warlock. It's not like I'm necessarily needing like some heavy duty armor. I'm not really up front and center. Or at least that's not the type of warlock I'm going to be. Abilities. I don't touch abilities. I totally rely on the Lyrian gods to go ahead and not do me dirty. Okay? If I want to go ahead and touch them at a later date, or if you want to, if you feel comfortable with that, then by all means do it. I'm one of those type of people that I just don't do it. So I just leave it be. Here comes my favorite part, the appearance. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this as quickly as I can. If I don't do it too quick, then I'll speed this up for you. Okay, since she's a warlock, I'm going to say she's seen some things. So, as you can tell, I went ahead and I sped up the whole process of me getting all my aesthetics together. You're going to see my mouth moving. It's just me kind of filling the dead air with just small little talk of what I want her hair to look like, what my colors are, all that wonderful stuff. So to save you a bunch of trouble, I went ahead and did it this way. So welcome. Okay, Guardian. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna find out what the Guardian is all about later on in the story. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna concentrate on making sure that the Guardian is who we want it to be and who we want it to look like. So I am not necessarily fond of how the Guardian looks like. I just a little too pale, and I like her hair to be a certain way, not looking all too dark or too light. See, she's pretty. Okay, there. My my aesthetic stuff is over. Back to our regular schedule program. Boys sleeping on the job. Do you imagine seeing that coming at you and knowing that the bell is the only thing that's gonna save you? And the bell ain't gonna save you? Do you hear it? Boom. That's pretty cool. Calvary. I love the graphics. The graphics are so incredible. See, he felt that. He felt that. What else does he feel? Or is it only just like the extremities? Because that's gotta hurt. Rubber banding out. Always reminds me of the top, though. Always. Pepper, he's a really, really, really bad pilot. Really bad. Those guys have to be feeling cold. Those guys were shirtless. You know how they show her so much times? I really honestly thought when we first started playing this that I was going to play as her because they showed her so much. Or like this whole entire like game was all about her. Welcome to hell. Okay. So here we go. This is where our adventure begins.
My head.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do something for you because I've done this before, of course.
The pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
You're welcome. That was an
There's no more
ouch.
way.
God, it's all these different. You
Seems
know,
simple
that's
enough.
different every single time that I get hit by that.
I feel better.
Those things are pretty handy. You'll find them throughout the ship.
Dead.
Walking around the ship, the only thing it has is in its pocket is an onyx. Okay. Since I know where I'm going, I'm pretty much just going ahead and clicking where I know that there's stuff. What it's going to do, it's actually going to already move you around just like as if I was walking the path anyway. So it's not like you're not seeing anything that I wouldn't be seen if I was walking towards that way anyway. See?
I
Ta-da!
wish I had a bag of holding.
And boom. Instead of having to go all the way around. If you should happen to, of course, lose a hit point, anytime these things glow back up, then that means they're ready to go. But we're going to actually leave it right here because the opening sequence is actually pretty long. And I want to go ahead and break it up into two parts for you guys. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just stop right here. And we're going to go ahead and do part two a little bit later. But I want to thank you so much for showing up and helping me out. And I hope you had a good time. And if you have any suggestions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. And if you like what I did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. All right. So have a good rest of your day and take care. Bye.